Tell me about yourself.
Wow, that's general. I'm 46. I'm an art teacher, Pine Island High School. I have two amazing children, one that's graduating this year. I've been married for 20 years. I love art, I love nature, and I don't know, I'm generally happy.
That is just a general question you could have answered anyway. So
Excellent, good.
Tell me about your children.
I have my oldest is Talia, and she is a senior, and she's extremely artistic. People think she's shy, but when you get her around her friends or family, she is not. She has an amazing, wicked sense of humor, um, extremely talented at design, and as I said, people think she is super quiet, but when you see her on stage, she has no fear. I've loved how she has become this amazing actress and found like this other life in theater. Logan is super happy, most generally, but he's a ninth grade boy, so that sometimes he's a ninth grade boy. He also loves art. He loves sports. He has a huge passion for football. I can't believe how much he's grown in the last year. He's bigger than me now. I think he's going to be way bigger than me in the future. He loves music. He's taken up drums, and that's pretty cool. And he has a super, super huge heart.
What is your favorite color?
Eggplant purple. That's easy.
That was fast.
And I've always wanted to be a color namer for Crayola. But anyway, that's beyond the point. Okay.
Are your parents artists?
It depends on how you think about that. My dad is now a body repairman, or was. He's retired now, and he, I think that's an art form in itself. He's amazing at painting cars, and he has such a steady hand when he's like pinstriping cars and stuff like that. And when I was a little kid, my mom would drop me off at his body shop, and he'd give me this huge pile of metal, and I'd get to put it all together. At the end of the day, he'd weld it together for me. So, but if you asked him, no, he's not an artist. My mom, she's super creative, but not in visual ways.
Can you give more information on how your dad became an artist? If you can't, that's fine.
Yeah, it's a funny story in that, I mean, as I said, he can do anything with metal and with car paint and with cars, and I've seen him take a Model T frame, just the frame, and build the entire car from it. He did that with a 1969 Corvette, and he sold it 3 days before I got my license, which was really rude. Or smart. I don't know which one it was. But I think he's always been really creative, and he can see the bigger picture with that. But as I said, if you asked him, he'd say absolutely not. He's not an artist. But I've always thought he is. So.
All right. What drives you to make art?
Oh, it's just always been a passion of mine. When I see something, there's certain things when I see it, I want to recreate it, but in my own way. I was always a drawer and painter, and when I got to college, I discovered ceramics, and I've gotten to be way more 3D now, although I'm terrible at wood sculpture. I can't carve anything. And I think it's always just been seeing something that's inspiring, but wanting to recreate it in my own way, and nature does that to me. Feelings about certain things. In college, it was light. I was obsessed with how light, like a light coming in from a window, can light up an area but keep other things in shadow. So, I don't know, just everyday things, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What is your favorite media or form of art?
Oh, so as I said, I used to be painting and drawing, but ceramics now, I think. I could sit on the wheel and just throw forever, listen to Enya. I should have been a hippie. So I really love clay, and I think it's because there's also that utilitarian. You can sculpt with it, but there's also, you can make a beautiful bowl that you can use every day. It has a functionality to it too. I'm obsessed with the laser right now, of all the things you can do with the laser. So as technology comes, I don't know, you always find new things. silver clay to be made into silver a few years ago. I really got into. I think that's a great thing about being an artist. You can change your favorite media from year to year.
All right. So going back to the ceramics, what makes this your favorite form of art?
Super tactile. I love the. I love the smell of wet clay. Dumb story. When I was little, my mom would catch me licking the fireplace, and then I'd smell it like musty basements. I really love. I don't know. So it's like your hands are in nature. But as I said, it comes down to you can sculpt things. You can have these amazing, 3D items, and you could make this huge bowl and eat popcorn out of it. It's just super versatile.
Popcorn out.
I have a huge popcorn bowl on this. Yeah.
When was the first time you used this media?
I had a tiny bit in high school. We got to throw on the wheel once. We had a really small budget, and my instructor in high school, I think, really hated clay, so it was messy, and he was a very neat person. But when I got into college, one of my first art classes was ceramics, and my professor was super passionate about it too, and just showed like all these techniques, and we had this huge open studio, and you could make things as big as you want or small as you want. We did gas firing and electric firing and raku firing and pit firing, and it was just, there's so many different ways of using it, and slip casting, and so definitely in my freshman and sophomore year of college, I was like super immersed in it, and then I chose to continue that media for my senior shows.
Can you give us some more information about your first teacher, art teacher?
My high school one or my college one that I really?
Let's go with high school.
So my high school teacher, he was a very nice man, and I never thought I was going to be a teacher, but when I decided that I was going to be completely not like him, because, no, I mean, that sounds really terrible. He was super nice, but when you'd ask him, like, I'm having a problem drawing this, he would just take your drawing, erase what you had, and draw over it and give it back to you, but not teach you how to do it. So it's one of the things that I made a promise to myself for when I started teaching, was I would never draw directly on someone's drawing. I would always draw next to them, or if I couldn't like make a match, I always ask someone's permission. May I make a line here on your drawing in pencil? Because I always felt like he defaced my work, and there were many times after he did it, I'd rip up my work and start over because it wasn't mine. So he taught me some really great things, and he taught me some things that I now use in my life by the wrong way, in my opinion.
What is your personal favorite subject to draw?
To draw?
Yes. Either that or make, whatever.
Yeah,
use any type of...
To draw animals, nature, but I really don't love drawing people, because I have a hard time ever finding the essence of the person, like especially if someone that you care deeply about or love, that you're like, you don't get that glint in their eye or something like that. I love drawing animals, birds, nature, yeah, probably. Still life too, anything glass I love, because it's a huge challenge, drawing things that are glass.
Alright. Did you play any sports when you were young?
I did. I was a diver, swimmer and a diver, dove more than I swam, and then I did track, loved the 400.
Have you ever watched Bob Ross?
Yes. Yes, I have. He's amazing. There's only happy little accidents.
What do you think about Bob Ross?
I think, actually, they just came out with a documentary about him, and I was like so saddened to hear he hated his hair. He wanted to cut it, but they wouldn't let him because it was his thing. Yeah, so he wanted to shave his huge fro hair for a long time, which that was his symbol. And he also was like a Navy SEAL or something like that, and I can't remember, he was in special ops, but he was so calm and peaceful and just wanted people to just enjoy to create. So